be okay here. There is some, water getting close to these makeshift berms, but it appears like there's not going to be a breach. See, ocean, berm, sand, boardwalk, houses. That's the other side. Yeah, these are makeshift berms. They were added a few days ago for extra protection, but it looks okay. You can see the danger here. If this storm had tracked further west, if it had tracked further west, it'd be a totally different situation here. So I can say that I'm grateful living on this barrier island, living right near the ocean, that the models didn't perform that well. Be talking about a completely different situation otherwise, with the ocean surging into this neighborhood, had we had the potential track much closer to the coast. Yes, and we really did luck out. And there's been a tremendous amount of criticism out there, and I always say everyone's entitled to their own opinion. A lot of people, destroying and shredding meteorologists and us as well. We just report the information that's coming from the weather officials, and that's fine and all. But it wasn't hyped. It was valid information that was used to produce reports. And we would have been slammed had it been a major issue and it wasn't reported factually accurate and when it warranted. So that's the way it is. Well, you can see the flags here. The wind is northeast, more north than east, which is good, because if it was a full straight on northeast, that would allow the water, would push more water onto the beach and exacerbate the high tide. And I have my back to the wind right now. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Just a zoom in, you see Seaside Heights in the distance, the Sky Ride over there. Yeah, James said the weatherman makes hundreds of thousands of dollars for not being able to predict the wind. Well, right? Yeah, I mean, I can tell you that I certainly don't make that amount of money. I do this. I do make money from what I do here, but certainly it's nowhere near that. I would love to have a weather job or a news job making hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, James, if you're aware of one of those jobs out there, please let me know. Air temp, I don't know exactly. I would say it's in the lower 70s, mid 70s, but there's a brisk wind on the beach, so it's certainly cooler. So, the storm's about 100 miles. The center of circulation is about 100 miles off the coast, and you can see the aftermath's clouds right here. You see the difference between, to see, you look over here, you can see it. There's some blue over to the west, and that's because the storm is out to sea. That's why you're seeing clouds. That's right, Jill. Rain was never the threat. The threat, days ago, I was saying my primary concern, as interpreted from the meteorologist, was that coastal flooding was the big concern. That was always a concern. Coastal flooding was number one. And we are super fortunate, and me speaking personally, as someone who lives half a block from the beach, I am very grateful. Do not want to have to relive another Sandy. This was never expected to be another Sandy. Possibly for Atlantic and Cape May counties. Days ago that was a possibility. Although the surge that they had there during Sandy was less, actually much less than what we experienced in Ocean and Monmouth counties. Again, as I said, I'm grateful. So high tide is just after 11 o'clock, and as I said when I opened up this stream, I felt pretty good just seeing the conditions right now, that these makeshift berms do their job. I know there's been a lot of criticism out there of these dunes. A lot of people want Ortley to have real dunes, either engineered or natural dunes, but it does for now look like they are withstanding as we come up to high tide. There, it'd be great if it popped out for a little bit. Jane asks, how's the back bay? Well, the high tides on the back bays are generally a few hours after the ocean. I haven't really heard of any flooding in any of the low-lying areas. That's not to say that there won't be this afternoon, but there is good news from the back bays as of now. And again, today is minor to moderate flooding risk. That risk probably will be somewhat diminished, lessened tomorrow. But we're no longer talking, as of yesterday morning, we were no longer talking about a potentially deadly situation, dangerous situation. And the batter planes are still out. Is it going to rain today, Kim asks. Latest forecast is showing up. This is the highest I've seen it come up. The latest forecast for this morning was showing that there is a possibility of showers during the afternoon, as Hermine, or post-tropical Hermine, but we won't get into those scientific details, keeps on spinning, meandering off the coast, and wobbles slightly to the west. Some of these outer bands, may bring in some showers. So showers are a chance chance of showers today. It will continue to be breezy. The breeze will likely pick up. We'll likely see more of a gust. High tide is around 11 o'clock, maybe just after 11 o'clock. We're coming up on it right now. You're welcome for the updates. This is what I enjoy doing. So. Steve asked, what's the status of getting proper dunes in place? You know, there are still holdouts. There are still easement holdouts, and you know that is slowing down the process. You know, people have their reasons for holding out. You know, people have said, well, they don't want the potential for you know, their land being seized for beyond just dunes, and people have other reasons as well. So that's process has been slowed down. Because of people holding out. I'm not offering my opinion on that because I'm a reporter and I'm not here to make opinions. But that's the primary reason why dunes you know haven't been planned for this area. Well, they've been planned but haven't been scheduled. So as you can see, in the last 10 minutes or so, the ocean has come up a bit higher. It's coming up with a bit more force. And you know, had this, as I had said earlier, had this storm tracked further west and regained some of that intensity, this water probably would have been into the street. I think it goes without having to be said, but you know, it's not a great day for swimming. Although I can say that the conditions today, the ocean was churned up a lot more yesterday morning. The waves appeared much bigger yesterday morning, but yeah, Shane, that's right. The state had said, I think even last fall, that they were prepared to use their powers of eminent domain. And I don't know the current status of that, but I do know that you know, there have been threats by some property owners, some people that own those easements or can grant those easements, that they would file a lawsuit if that happens. So, you know, who knows? Who knows what's ultimately going to happen? But I don't think you know, you'll be seeing dunes here in the near future. It's not low tide right now. We're going into high tide right now. High tide is around 11 o'clock, maybe shortly after. You know, this Ortley Beach is a very narrow beach. compared to where I was yesterday morning. You can see that there really isn't much of a beach. I mean, there's no place right now to put down your umbrella and your chair unless you put it right here. The beach here is closed. Can't enter. I was up here. I was standing right here during the October storm, and the ocean was much more ferocious. Waves were striking the temporary berm. The spray was going up about 10 feet of the air, and then it was coming back. There was a little breach in the berm. There was a little breach underneath here, and some water was coming into the street, but it was just a trickle. I apologize that it's not very exciting. Really not sure how to make it exciting other than maybe jumping in the ocean and going for a swim. Just trying to show everyone at home high tide right now. It's really, I guess it's not very exciting, but it is what it is. All right, there's some excitement for you. Two dogs lunging at each other. Ortley Beach State Park is open as of 9 a.m. today. Swimming, I don't know if there's a firm swimming ban. I don't know if they've said swimming is banned, but I would imagine that it is, and certainly would not be advisable to be swimming anywhere today. Keith, now there is a chance of showers as the storm jogs a little to the west. Some of these outer bands can come in right on the immediate coast, but it's certainly not a washout. Yeah, my battery's under 20% and didn't bring my backup chargers. I'm just coming from breakfast with my family, so if this turns off unexpectedly, well, that's because my battery died. I don't know, I guess for us, standing, I guess all the people standing here at the beach, I guess they're going to have their advertisements over us, so I guess that's what we'll be doing right now, looking at that plane. That's alright, just ignore any of the negative comments. I've been dealing with negative comments daily for 5 years. I've even gotten death threats over what I do, so you just got to ignore it. All right, Tri-State Forum, you're getting free advertising right now. I expect the checks in the mail. Yeah, we are right about high tide. What about the time? Thanks. Yeah, so we're just about 15 minutes shy of high tide. Yeah, and I'm now below 10%, so expect this to end abruptly. But yeah, you get the idea here. You know, we are just about high tide, and it's looking right now. It's looking that like yesterday morning and last night was worse. So it's certainly encouraging news for Ortley Beach and the other communities that don't have a dune system. Well, the next high tide is not until around midnight, and depending on the track of the storm, if it moves a little more west, I really think that you know, yesterday was the worst, the high tides, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But as of now, this high tide for Ortley Beach, I don't know. I don't really know anywhere else right now. Is really not looking that bad. No, this is high tide. This is definitely high tide. As I said yesterday morning, it appeared to me that they were much larger, and there was more of a surge. Oh, you're welcome. It's my pleasure to do this. Going on actually just over 5 years now, and trying to make this sustainable financially so we can continue to provide this coverage. It's me and Kelly, who runs our Instagram feed, and Eric, who does our daily updates, our shore shots, the pictures, shore points, the curated news, and a few other things, and a newsletter as well. Trying to become sustainable financially in order to survive into the future, and I hope you know, we need the support of local businesses. If you'd like to advertise, you know, please contact us. It's the only way that we're going to be able to survive and stay around, you know, in the future to serve the community. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'll be back in the evening if it warrants, and have a good day. As I said earlier, showers are possible, especially right out the immediate coast. You know, should these outer bands come a little closer. So there is a chance, certainly not a washout. If you do go to the beach, well, not many, I think, communities have much of the beach left, but if you do, it's highly recommended not to go to the ocean. You know, listen to the orders of local police departments and lifeguards as well. And as I said, here I'm in Ortley Beach. It's really not looking that bad. There is a lot of erosion, which is typical with any type of coastal coastal storm. But we'll see what happens later this evening. But as of now, I'm pretty encouraged based on what I'm seeing right now. All right, everybody, have a great day, and I'll be back later for more. Take care.